Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Oh, look at the juke. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
On the give, it's Vidal. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Play action. It's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
That's another Chargers first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll be caught by Rice. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now third down and 6 to go.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 48 yards.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll run out of a gun with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes going to throw. Right in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Rashee Rice from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
A fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain after the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers offense back onto the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chargers.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
1 yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35. And the Chargers first down. First and goal, Los Angeles.
That's garbage. I'm gonna switch speed.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Here's Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hampton. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have regained the lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with the football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. A beautiful fake. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. LA set to take over again on offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
That's returnable now for Smith.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now here's Mahomes.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback With that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
At the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the ground, it's Vidal. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Rondé Gadsden from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 71 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Makes the score. Chargers.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nice little juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Charger drive about to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. That is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Zone read, a give to Hampton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Herbert now. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A run. Here's Vidal. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In motion right comes Allen. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here is 3rd down and 4. Herbert back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
And again, it's Mahomes. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
The kick is no good.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The final shot before break. Herbert. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
At his own 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Open man right side, that's McConkey.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Allen's got it complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Vidal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. In motion left goes Allen. Now it's Herbert. Caught by Allen.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. They find some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game.
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chargers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had a touchdown their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he will have the Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. A gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll check this one down to Hampton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. Allen, the man in motion right.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on, but the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage, but you take the chance that you get to the quarterback.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
A lot of times when you take a tight end in later rounds, you're doing it with a little bit of hope, some potential. But not so with this guy. They believe he can really make an impact in the red zone, and he definitely makes good on that faith right there.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Chargers 31,
So that drive spanned 5
Chiefs
plays.
24.
And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now here comes Kansas City. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play-action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Butker on for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Mahomes now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Here now, 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Herbert to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense are saying go right ahead with those. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. Now Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And the Chargers 1st down.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
19 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 19.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.